I feel that people just believe that since now my brother,
They no go do anything.
he no go do anything. Man just chop am.
Or make them arrest them.
Or they
So they are not. They are no clear cut repercussions. They feel like they are not. There's no repercussions.
I own no accountability to it or whatsoever, so I can do whatsoever I want to do with it. Or they believe that since someone is in abroad, there is money everywhere. You can just pick money, maybe go to the gutter, open up, and then you see a heap of cash, and then you just pick. So money.
It's like our fathers and mothers will say, money doesn't grow on trees, but go to the backyard and go and pluck if you want.
See.
All right, welcome to another episode of Unmasked, and of course I have same persons with me that always do this. Vanessa Dibite, one of the most beautiful persons you can find in this part of the world. Please let's clap for her.
Beautiful.
And of course we have
Yes.
the man they call Yes Boss.
Yes. Wago Harry Wisdom.
Thank you so much. So today's topic I believe would be very important because people don't fall for scam well.
Sure.
And I think it's a problem. So now this is the topic. We're going to talk about persons in the diaspora that have had issues with investments in Nigeria. You know, sometimes you go on social media, you will hear that I send money to my uncle to build a house for me. I send money to my brother to build a house for me. And then they come back to Nigeria and they don't find anything. No house, no land. No house.
No, the land that they will snap and send when they come there.
It's audio.
Now block industry.
Thank you. So, I mean, it's a concern,
Okay.
right? So I want us to talk about it. What do you think really causes this problem in this part of the world? Why would a family member be that at least? At least, if not that, the person is building something. Somebody can, your family is growing for credit. Why would you even? It bothers me a lot. So I want us to throw light into what we think would be the causes of this problem. And of course, we're going to take some messages from people that sent in their own concerns to the African landlord. We're going to read them out and also talk about them together. But of course, I want to hear from Mr. Harry first. What do you think? Why do you think this kind of thing happens? I don't think it's only Nigeria, but of course we're here, so let's talk about Nigeria.
Okay, so Bishop, thank you so much for this very important topic. To me, I don't think I used to have an uncle who based in the UK, but for once he has never sent money for any form of development. Hold on now, why are you laughing? He has never sent me money directly, I mean, for any form of development, and I end up not doing it or embezzling money. However, I would say it's a very bad one for a relative to trust you to the extent that he sends you money to actually handle what he considers to be his priority, and then you end up eating up that money. First, I would say that my remark on that is that is an act of wickedness, and I will also call it an act of witchcraft. That's witchcraft. So I think it's bad, and I totally condemn it. However, I feel that people just believe that since now my brother,
He no go do anything.
he no go do anything. Man just chop am. After now my brother. And then secondly, they also feel that not be abroad in the how am I sure that he will still come back to Nigeria?
Or maybe he will still make his money now.
He will make his money.
Yeah.
So people are even saying he's going to die there, or some way, somehow he's not
Or
going to come
make them
back.
arrest. I mean,
Or they feel that living in the diaspora, it means that you have plenty of money. That there are currencies that you can pick from the streets, or you just go open gutter and then you see a heap of money, bags of money in the
like
gutter.
our fathers and mothers will say, money doesn't grow on trees, but go to the backyard and go and pluck if you want.
See, so I think that people do it for reasons being that now my brother.
So they are not clear cut repercussions. They feel like they are not. There's no repercussions.
No, they just feel that it's a right.
No, not just because it's brother, because some persons even use friends.
Okay.
So it's not just limited to family members.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some persons use friends.
Some persons feel that hence it's my brother that is sending me this money. I own no accountability to it or whatsoever, so I can do whatsoever I want to do with it. I can live my life with the money, and who knows whether he's going to come back to Nigeria,
Maybe you could just die.
or maybe he could just die for
Or
them,
they prison.
or they prison, or they believe that since someone is in abroad, there is money everywhere.
making
You can
money.
just pick money, maybe go to the gutter, open up, and then you see a heap of
That's fine.
cash, and then you just speak. So people just have this negative, let's say, perception about the diaspora and all of that. So I think people just do that because they don't have any form of
The repercussion.
repercussion, yes, attached to
Meanwhile, I think it's not even just families. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah.
It's not just families that do that,
Yes.
right? We have people who are friends. I've heard of persons who say, you get my best friend who I get from Nigeria. I don't know if you've ever heard of something like that before.
Why are you looking at me and asking me questions?
Because you look like someone that can do this thing we're talking about.
No.
I'm the one that will send the money.
You are not that will send the money. You never chop your
Then
money.
that's the person chop my money. He will still shake it. So yes, actually, I have first-hand how will I put it? First-hand experience when it comes to stuff like that.
Okay.
So one time, when things were good in Nigeria, those things, visa wasn't expensive and things were not as expensive as they are right now. I traveled for a bit, and I remember vividly.
Okay.
I sent one of my friend money. I will not call her name. That girl is a wicked person. Anywhere you are, God will judge you. She decided all of a sudden to just die the money. I sent her money to get fabrics because then I wanted to open a fabric shop.
Okay.
Right? And she told me that she had this supplier in Nigeria. I was going to do China, but she's like, oh, she had this supplier in Nigeria. It's good. And since it's local now, so I don't need to start waiting weeks and weeks or months and months to get my shop full.
Yeah.
Right? So I sent her money. I think then it was, total of like $4,000 I sent. So guess what she did with the money? She said, go buy motor
Fast.
and paint the town
So
red.
what did you do to her when you discovered?
Oh, she paid me. She paid me the money back.
Okay, she paid you.
Oh,
back.
she paid me.
Now she try you.
No. She
She
didn't pay
paid
me
you.
for my free will or her volition. No.
Okay, like you.
No.
Did she
I
pay the
can't
actual
say
amount
that.
you gave her?
She even paid for the police case, the matter
Oh,
of
you have
police
to
station.
arrest her.
Like,
Yes, now she even paid for the expenses I even incurred.
wow.
She paid for it and my mental stress. She
Wow.
paid though. No.
That's a lot.
So
though. I think
how were you able to
how were
pull out of that?
Okay, so
Because
first off,
it's
she ran.
difficult to having them back and then have them pay and even pay
I'm
off.
telling
No,
you,
first of all, she ran away. She thought that I could not find her because she left River State.
Oh,
But she doesn't understand that the world in general is a global village, yes?
that's true.
So if someone wants to track you down, they'll track you down. So that's why most times when people say, no, when I go lay low, I'm like, you're deceiving yourself. Even in that village, you can get information. So she went to, I think, one place in Ebonyi. I've never been to Ebonyi before.
I've been there.
I've never been. She went to one place in Ebonyi, right?
Yeah.
And it was like a farm. So it was remote.
Okay.
And I started looking for this girl. I think I called her mother. I told her mother that I have to do this for her because I didn't tell the mother that there was problem. So the mother now told me, oh no, she go and boy you. I say hi. I came back with things for your daughter. You know that she has been there for me. The mother did not know. She didn't tell the mother. The mother thought, my
Please,
daughter come inside. I ate food that day. Now the mother did not. I just realized the mother didn't know. I'm like, okay. She mother started giving me information on the place. I say you were even calling her line is not going through, right? But they gave me the number of the person. The farm that she went to. I said, okay, no problem. So she bought car. No, do you know my anger?
You go buy car.
Do you know my anger with this car she bought?
It's not to drive and
drive
like
around.
flex.
No, my own anger with the car.
Eye for farm. I don't even understand.
No, after I came back, now she went to hide. She was using the car to, flange and stuff and turn up in clubs and all that.
That's more confusing for me because why would you do something?
My anger
at the end
with
of
this
the
car
day,
that she bought is that they cheated her.
Of course, they will always cheat them now. When you are buying
cheated
out
her.
of the stolen money, Konima die, Konima will still bury her.
And so when I got to the place, I went. I think that time I called a friend of mine and we involved like first battalions and the second battalion. One of those battalions.
Wow.
We got them vans on vans.
Ha!
Picked her up. It was my money.
Me, I know what you can do now.
So they picked her up and
Yeah,
afterwards.
this one, I have to be careful.
Me, I'm always careful with money.
Afterwards, she apologized and everything.
I'm sorry, man.
So I think her family members and people came together to, contribute the money. And then, because I bought fare for those vans.
Of course, you will have to do that.
That's one experience. So That's one personal one.
Yeah.
Then when I'm talk about family members, that one my friends don't experience that. I tell you, if there's one
I think
someone,
that's
no, no.
weird. Personally, I feel like these things they don't just happen.
Okay.
Somehow I have this philosophy, right? I feel like whatever becomes big started small.
Yeah.
Sure.
If somebody starts stealing,
Small.
then maybe let's say somebody you send the money and the person eats it. That person doesn't thief small.
That's true.
You understand?
But
So
sometimes it's not like
person.
that. Sometimes it's a need. So most people actually genuinely wanted to do this, but something beyond their control, something beyond.
I quite agree.
Like I think like maybe act of God or maybe their house got destroyed or flooded or something and they did not know what to do yet. So there are sometimes that it's actually
but sorry, let me come in. But at least you should communicate with the person who send you money.
no, most times they communicate.
No, most times they don't.
No. In this case, I'm talking about most of them say, please don't vex, so I don't drop your money. But regardless, it's Diaspora to Diaspora. I sent you money and you ate it. You are going to tell me that you're eating my money.
That's actually a different case.
It's not a different case. No, I'm trying to tell you that.
I actually eat it and say,
sorry, I chop your money.
No,
times,
see,
what I've said,
you're not getting my point. Let me buttress it a bit.
Okay.
Let you understand. Now you're saying that people send money and then they eat it and they don't tell you, right? And I'm telling you that some people that don't want to even eat the money before, but something
circumstances
beyond them, beyond their control. I'm like, let's say act of God. Let's say the house got flooded, everything got destroyed. And they don't have anywhere to stay. And that house, they can't even go there. Let's say snakes and reptiles, so you have to get somewhere else. So they did. But now they are calling you to tell you, please don't be angry. That's your money. It's not a different thing. You see Diaspora to Diaspora. Do you know why it's Diaspora to Diaspora?
Okay.
Because one, I sent you, whether you like it or not, I sent you money, you ate it. Just whether you're telling me or you're not telling me.
Yes, I am.
Regardless.
I think the point he's trying to make is that this one is good.
It's good.
We're talking about people people, it's when you come back to Nigeria.
No, even when
you not tell them, take me to
my land.
No,
you are saying land.
Property.
Even when you are coming back and you've told them, guy, I'm coming back so and so, they check the date. They still be the ones to arrange your arrival. The vehicles that will pick you up from the airport and even make arrangement for masquerade and
to come and dance for you. To welcome you to the invisible place that they are getting for you.
And then they will take you to somewhere. And, okay.
This
is my first day in town. Tomorrow, let me relax a bit with my family. Okay, the next day, Alpha, let's go check out the.
Okay, calm down. Just come now. Calm down. Don't worry.
I think last year I have this friend of mine. Of course, they do stocks.
Okay.
So I'm just giving this instance because I feel like this thing starts small.
Yeah.
Right. And I was quite disappointed because he was doing stocks, and somehow I felt he was really good at the whole
stock market.
I was like, make I just invest. You understand? This thing can, the way we hear about stock now, at least it's not like MMM or this one, but it has a long term. It's a long term game. Stock is a long term game. So I say, okay, let me just put in something, and I gave him the logins and everything. Oh yeah, you since this is
what you do,
monitor this thing. That thing. The monitoring. Month 1, 1 year don't pass. I don't know. I stockfish.
No, it would have been better now that you even got stockfish. Of course.
I say, everything done. I'm not positive. And now is your friend. You understand? And that's the point I'm really making. That some of these people are your friends, and you are honestly like, they are people like. It's like you don't know what to do to them at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
So you did not know what to do. How much did you put in?
Let's not talk about it.
No, I want to know. I want to understand.
It's not much.
Like how much?
No money.
50K.
It's below 100,000.
Below, okay. This is, if I was the one, I would let you.
That's the thing. Like if you're trying something new, of course, if you're trying something new,
that risk.
Try to at least put your legs small. So I want to read some of the messages or experiences that person shared with African landlords, so we can maybe even discuss them. So somebody said, an exciting experience I had each time I visited the UK. I wanted to do my shopping, returning to Nigeria at Lincoln, UK. When I visited Primark shop to make a purchase in 2018, I bought some reasonable items, including a small portable water filter. Okay. Then my cousin, being educated, was opportune to travel. I trusted his brother with his savings and to secure a property for him while away. It's a long story.
Okay.
On his arrival, the story changed. He was told by his brother that he was robbed.
You see?
and everything is gone.
You see?
Say, I have to ask my mom to tell my cousin to request for the statement of accounts where this money
Yes.
was sent. At least people that can follow. Then she said, after the whole delays, finally, we had a proof that it wasn't, so that means the guy wasn't robbed. His brother used the money to travel and open his own business without buying any property for him, and the money also gone. And so confrontation came into the picture, and then this is where I frowned about it, favoritism in the family.
Yeah.
They were not after what my cousin was saying, but looking out for the younger one, asking what my cousin wants to do. You know, family matter.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think let's talk
So
about.
I think let's talk about this. How do you now handle this kind of family? Because obviously, you know how elders, mothers are compassionate. I'm not saying anything wrong. I have to quickly, before you carry me with your baton.
But you realize that I'm not one of those persons that, okay, yes, in as much as mothers are very compassionate and emotional, you know, I'm a very logical person.
Yeah. So this kind of situation where your cousin is one who duped you, and sometimes maybe you and that
His cousin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not brother.
Not brother.
All right.
Right? His cousin.
Yeah.
But you know, some families, their cousins are even closer
Than the brother.
than
Even
the
there are
brother.
friends too that are also more closer than the
Like for me when I was growing up, right? I had this although now we've grown, so this is my cousin brother, I'm not too close again. But before,
the one that taught you music.
like we were very close, right? We were very close. My younger brother came along when I'd already been for life, you understand? But now I'm bonding my younger brother a lot more. That my cousin is no longer as close. So there are families where some persons are closer to their cousin. The parents are closer to the cousin, different. So how do you handle when issues like this come up and now maybe they don't settle family issue? People will say, now your younger brother now, leave him, forgive him.
Leave what?
He will pay you small. You know, sometimes there can be, even police case, sometimes you will best carry matter, go police will tell you, say,
family matter.
Say, don't worry, he will pay small. I don't know if
it's always a pay small stuff. Give us how long you're going to pay.
But you know that this is not feasible. So how do you handle something like this?
So first off, sorry if I won't start.
Go ahead.
First off, the person ran away with this money and opened his own business. So he knew what he was doing, so he robbed you. So he decided not just lie.
He lied.
He lied that he was robbed.
No. Not that they won't part that he lied that he was robbed. You already know that he lied that he was robbed. I'm saying that he took your money, used it to open his own business. So he robbed you.
Of course.
Sure. That is daylight robbery.
Sure.
So whether I like it or not, in the sight of the law, I don't know law so much, but I know that this is robbery. And then they have stealing by tricks, and then they have other things that they'll put inside. So they will not tell you to pay small because you open your two koro eyes. It's not like, as you got robbed and they're saying pay back. Do not say, okay, pay small. I wanted to correct that point. If you actually got robbed and then they not said, go to police station, and police say, okay, now let him pay small. Since he got robbed, how will he get the money to do it? But the police now finds out in this our country that you stole from your brother.
Okay.
God.
Don't police do.
Don't say that too.
Okay. Vanya,
I mean, I've not had so many involvement with police, but the most I've had.
They will tell you to. Is it that you hand over what the business you started?
that is it now.
Or you find a way to pay that exact amount that you took from it with some interest.
No,
the family intervenes. My point is, family has a way of intervening.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, the parents of this now, this is on, let's say now we be cousins now. The parents of these cousins now, my brother and sister.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's just like if they arrest my pikin, you understand?
There.
So on parental level, they have a way.
This connection.
I have this very funny belief that family matter is almost like you can never have a family matter. Just come on yourself, because those would have been there 50, 20 years before you
together.
came. Before they come born you. So it's like they already know themselves. So how do you handle that family bias? Just like the person said, there's now favoritism. Maybe this one say, leave this one with your cousin. The mother of this one now beg. How do you,
Okay.
Please go ahead.
I think for me, I think that area where emotions set in and favoritism will also come in. I think to me is natural. It's just natural.
Yeah, it's natural.
I think it's natural. So far as it's within the family cycle, guy, it's going to be difficult to resolve all these cases.
I disagree.
Okay, maybe you prove your point, but I'm saying that it's going to be very difficult. The reason being that these are blood-related members or individual parties involved in this game.
Yeah.
And just as you rightly mentioned, that emotions is going to come in, and then this is my son, and your son having these issues, and then two brothers or a brother and a sister whom happen to be the parents of these guys whom money have been duped, and the person who sent money. You understand? They were now like, you can't do this to me. This is my only son per se. Why do you want to arrest my son? You know my health, you know my health challenge. This is my hope, and this is all of that. Yes.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. Have you heard this saying that somebody will say, I will drop Jesus, I will drop church, and I'll face you squarely? You hear that saying?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
But do you want me to respond to that?
No, I just wanted to
Okay,
ask.
let me not respond.
Because you're talking from the angle of, oh yes, you're holding family dear, you're holding family close. Family is everything to you. While that is true, I'm sorry, if you misbehave like that,
Vanny,
I'm sorry. I don't care what my mother is saying. I don't care what my father is saying.
What will you do?
I'm saying it now. I don't care what my mother was saying.
You will drop God.
I don't care what my father is saying. I don't care what my pastor is saying. I don't care. Even Jesus Christ come and tell me that I should not go with. I would not listen. Because the truth is that you opened your two koro eye. You did not even do half. You took all. Imagine that it's all the money I have in my life. Everything. I'm not even working.
Most times it's like that. It's all my savings. I want to come back home. I'm done.
And you're not telling me that because they are somebody, the two parents somewhere, your brothers and sisters,
no, we are
and they are loving themselves. I will not come and deal with you.
When we are saying that, the point we're trying to make is that you as a single individual,
yes,
who money have been duped. Yes, you are a single person who is yet to make a decision. However, family interests will always speak in.
That's what I'm saying now. Your family, to speak. For me to not speak.
No, I am coming. As of the point where uncles from this angle and this angle are not setting.
See,
hold on, let me tell you how it works.
The uncles will speak. I am not listening. Because people don't do my ear.
Let me tell you how it works. At the police station. Let's say all of this thing, then we are all dragged to the police station. You understand? Now, police will give fair hearing. They want to hear from parties. And then when you see an elderly person, the most elderly in your family now comes in and say, this is a family matter. I want to take it home. Police being police will say, okay, sign an undertaking. Take it home. We are giving you so and so time to resolve
now,
this.
No, I want to clear something for you. Okay. You said if I arrest this my cousin, an elder from the village will come and say it's family matter and they will release when I've not given the go ahead for them to release.
But most times it's like that.
No. You dare not, you will not release.
No, most times.
Whether you are the what if person is coming to lie to their family member?
No.
They will not release.
They are going to be there.
Unless maybe I acknowledge, I come and say, okay, yes, this is my uncle actually. But
Vanessa, let me ask you.
Please, thank
Vanessa,
you.
let me ask you.
Yes.
Okay. So if you happen to be the victim, what would you do? What are the actions?
I was about answering that question before you now said.
Yeah, answer.
Okay.
Because the other time you said you were going to drop Jesus Christ and your.
No, I only asked, have you heard that statement? I did not say I'm going to drop Jesus Christ. But now, let me buttress on this. Okay. Now, see, forget sentiments and emotional connections and all those things, right? There's something that African landlord always says.
But can you forget that family?
I want to say something. Yes, now you can.
Okay.
If they can forget, why can't you forget them? African landlord always says, business doesn't have anything to do with your emotions. So you're my cousin, I do business with you, right? And you are telling me that you got robbed. And I believe you. I try to believe you. And later I find out that you were not robbed.
Okay.
I will drop emotions.
Okay.
And I will deal with you squarely the way I would deal with a stranger or a business partner.
What would you do in dealing with this person?
Now,
what would you do?
And I'm saying, this is what happened and this is what happened. And some elder from the village is coming to say, I'm the elder of this person. I will tell them, there's no elder. This is not family case. This is business. This person stole from me and lied that he was robbed. And he used it to open business somewhere.
Okay.
Please, I need my money or I need the business.
Okay.
Solve it for me. There's no family anything. No, this is not family case. If he brings his family, please don't release. It's very simple. You write it there. The police will not release. Okay. Because the truth is, before anything, you have fine print. You have your blueprints. And you bring all the receipts and evidence to prove to the police. So if the matter wants to go to court, you should go to court.
Okay.
We are going to do all that. And then your money is going to come out. But if you now go and say, it's my cousin, People use emotions to, if you do business, you be my cousin, you're not my cousin, I don't care. At that moment, you're a man, I'm a woman, or you're a woman, I'm a woman. Woman to woman will face it. When we finish, we'll go back to family and say, sorry, no say you take my money now, I know best manage this one.
So
It's very simple.
Okay.
knowing that this kind of problem, of course, will always persist in our society.
Of course.
What do we think is the solution? What do we think is the solution?
What the solution is?
Yes.
Should I answer?
Yes.
It's very simple now.
Okay.
So, you know why most people use agents to do stuff? Most times they use agents to sell stuff, and then they give the agent some kind of commission. You know, the agent stands as a middleman.
Okay.
Now, people don't understand the power of that. The truth is, you can if you're from Akwa Ibom, let's use Akwa Ibom for instance. Oh, no, let's not use Akwa Ibom. Let's use another state. If you're from
Ekiti State.
Ekiti,
Yeah.
right? You're a Yoruba speaking state, and this end person is from what's it called?
Abia.
No. That's Yoruba.
Ogun State.
Ogun State, right? Because you're not doing that language thing, there'll be some kind of sentimentality that
Compromise
says, okay, let me believe my brother. My brother will come to right? But now if there's a neutral body in between the both of you,
Yeah.
and this neutral body now you are saying, okay, I'm sending money to this neutral body to hold down. This end person, I've sent money to this person,
Yes.
and I'm expecting not monitor this person. I'm sending money to this person, and now I want this person now to pay you for this. This one now will make sure that he delivers so well, so that this neutral body would not go and say this person is doing rubbish.
Okay.
Right? If you want to not even sweeten it a bit, you can say you send one of your cousin or your brother, say I send money to this agent to do something for me, and I don't already alert the construction or maybe the car dealership or whatever company, right? So now that one overzealous, they'll be very overzealous because they must make sure say a penny cannot be lost. So far as they know that their interest is going to be, of course, handled, they will make sure that this agent delivers.
Okay.
So the best thing is to have like
A
middleman, a broker. Yes, that's what somebody
So
to.
I think we'll go deep into
Yes,
this.
yeah, that's what they call
So I think
express.
in the next we'll be deep, right? And we'll still bring up maybe more real life situations.
Yes.
About it. However, thank you so much for today.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
And of course, in the next episode, I hope to share like $1 million to each of you. Just empower you.
I don't know what scam you've done, but nigga, I need the money.
You have my account, right?
I do.
I don't-
Dollar accounts.
Do you have a domiciliary account? Because I do. I can take yours and
I
give
do.
you in naira.
I know I do.
And
Okay.
of course, those of us watching, if you have these kind of experiences, maybe stories you've heard, we would love for you to kindly drop them under the comment section. We'd love to reach out to you and take your story. Thank you, and this is Unmasked. Bye.
Thank you.